Hi guys, welcome to Isla Gámez in the Gulf of Chiriquí in Panama. So last I talked to you, I was in Bocas del Toro at Paqui's Point. So we had a nice chill time there, just hanging out. Afterwards we biked back and later went out in the evening to this place called Summer, which is pretty much like the biggest discotheque or club on the island. It was actually really fun. The whole idea was to be able to dance salsa, which really there was hardly any of, but they did play a lot of good music and a lot of Latin music, and it was a cool spot. They have this whole like deck outdoor area, and cut out in the middle of the deck it's pretty much like a pool, but it's just in the ocean. So that was really fun. Went with my host and also my new San Diego friend and got to dance. Anyways, so had a good time, and it was also good when you're with someone that knows how to dance, so got to do some salsa-like dances even though they weren't really playing salsa music. So anyways, had a great last night hanging out on the island. I forgot to mention too that earlier that day before doing the bike ride, I actually did this yoga class that I had read about was good on the island, and it was only $6. So I checked that out earlier, which was good. I'm glad I've been able to do some of these things that I haven't done in a while since I haven't been home. Wow, I don't know if you saw that, but there were just fish jumping out of the water. Anyways, so that was cool to check out. This other thing I hadn't mentioned, but interesting side note. So I've had problems using my ATM cards, both of them, while I've been in Panama, and I actually had this issue before, but I called both banks and they pretty much said there was like no problem on their end. It had to be something with the ATM and to try another ATM. And then finally, one of them luckily told me that sometimes there's a problem when you try to take out money in another country and it automatically defaults to the savings account, which is pretty much what ended up happening. So I was trying to take money out of the checking account and it was defaulting to savings and there was nothing in there. So I had them transfer money into the savings to see if that worked, and it did, thankfully, luckily. So in case that ever happens to you, good thing to try out. Luckily, my San Diego friend was able to lend me money and I could Venmo her. So again, like really lucky and glad that that worked out that way until I could get that situated. So that was the rest of the time in Bocas del Toro. And then, like I had mentioned, my friend Adela met up with me the next day. We met in David, she flew in, and then from there we took a bus to where the couchsurfing host lives, which is in Bugaba. It's about half an hour drive away from David. And we've been having a great time so far. So the first day, we actually made some tostones, which were really good. I've never like made them myself, but I helped make them. If you don't know, they're plátanos, and you fry them and then you squish them, which I actually used a rock to do. And then you fry them again. So anyways, those were good. We went to this place called Macho Monte with some other friends of our couchsurfing host. It was a really cool spot. It's in this river out in the mountains, and you can pretty much rappel down this one side. There's this little waterfall and there's ropes that you can hold on to and walk down the rocks in the waterfall. And then you're in this river, in this canyon, like way high up, and there's just waterfalls along the way and like water streaming out of the sides of the rocks. Really, really pretty. And the water's pretty blue if you're in the right spot and you can see the sun hitting it. It's really pretty. Then on the other side, there's also like this other bigger waterfall. I think it's a hydroelectric plant or something over there. So that was really fun. Anyways, we did that yesterday. And then at night, we've pretty much just been hanging out, like watching movies and TV. So it's been fun during the day, chill at night. And then today, taking a side trip to where we are now. So we made a stop earlier at this one island. Don't remember the name. I can't keep track of all the names of the islands, but basically drove out to Boca Chica, which is a bit of a ways away from where we're staying, but came out there, took a boat, went to the first island, hung out there a bit, did some snorkeling. Now we're at the second island, which you can probably see behind me is beautiful. They all are. This one's called, again, Isla Gámez, if I'm saying that right. And so we've just been hanging out here, Dale and myself, enjoying the view. We're actually currently the only ones on the beach now. The boat's coming by in like an hour to pick us up. Everyone else went to another island to eat, but basically I was told that the beach here is nicer, so it's worth staying here. So that's pretty much it. Tomorrow we're actually going to Boquete, which is out in the mountains, another place I had read about visiting. It's touristy. So we're gonna get to see a little bit of everything in the end, which I wasn't even planning for. Let me show you a bit of the view while I'm here before saying goodbye. You can see how pretty the beach is in the water and clear. Dale is somewhere over there. And the rest of the beach, there's actually a beach on the other side as well. And if you can see in the distance, there's other little beaches out there too. And someone's boat. So yeah, that's pretty much it for now. Probably do a short video tomorrow from Boquete, just so you can see the sights. There's actually a fair going on this week, so again, good timing by chance. And we'll see what happens next. After that, we're headed towards Santa Catalina to do some surfing, so looking forward to that. Talk to you soon. Bye.